Okay, so guys, we're going to get started in a seated position. So welcome to your morning flow yoga practice. I know we've got a few people joining from different corners of the world. So wherever you're practicing, whatever time of day it is, we're just going to take the first couple of minutes to let ourselves ease into this practice. So I always find I need a little bit of wiggling around or adjusting my seat, rolling the shoulders before I can sort of come into a place of stillness. So I'd like you to just take a second to start to close down your eyes and do exactly that. Maybe there's like a opening of the mouth really wide and wriggling of the jaw. Maybe there's a little roll of your head, moving one way and the other way. Maybe it extends all the way down through the shoulders, a shake of the hands, really any movement that you feel you need in this moment to come to find a place of stillness. So we'll just take a few more breaths moving around in whatever way feels good for your body. And then after that next full breath, let's start to find a place of stillness. If you haven't already, you can blink the eyes closed. Your chatty birds here. And the invitation for today's practice is to either have your hands facing down on your knees, which is more about receiving energy through your practice, keeping it for yourself, or I invite you to have the hands upwards, which is more this sort of opening, this expansiveness, this inner listening. So whatever feels more comfortable for you, you can make that decision for yourself. And then we're going to start to bring our focus, our attention onto the breath. You see the breath as this energy, this life force moving through our body at all times, sustaining us, grounding us. And the breath is a really incredible way of telling in any given moment how you are feeling. So as soon as our breath is a little bit shorter, sharper, faster pace, we tend to move into the sympathetic nervous system. Okay, the space of stress or rushing or of overcommitment. So what I'd like you to do for this first couple of minutes is start to do the exact opposite and see if you can begin to really slow down both the inhale and the exhale. And perhaps you're even beginning to count the breath as it comes in through your nose and out through your nose. And if you find that one is more extended, then see if you can bring them into a space of harmony. So if you are breathing in for 4, but also breathing out for 4. Start to notice those tiny little pauses at the top of your inhale, as well as at the bottom of your exhale. And notice any physical sensations or movement created by your breath. So as you take that breath in, which areas in the body are moving or expanding? Maybe it's high into your chests. See if you can start to draw the breath down deeper into your belly. And feeling this calmness wash over your body. Slight softening of your shoulders, relaxing of the muscles around your face, and dropping into your practice. And your next deep breath in, we're going to breathe in all the way to the top. Let's take a big inhale. And when you get to the top, I want you to hold the breath. Grow tall through the crown of the head. Relax your shoulders, holding for 3, for 2, for 1, and then you're going to open the mouth and take a little sigh out. Letting all the air out, letting all the breath go. I'm going to do that a couple more times. Let's go again, breathing in all the way to the top, expanding the belly, the lungs, the chest, the shoulders, holding at the top. And then as you need to, let's open the mouth and let it go. Sigh out the breath. We'll do one final round together in your own time. Breathing in. Make it the biggest one yet, taking in that air all the way to the crown of your head. And holding until you feel that moment where you need to open the mouth and let it all go. And keeping the eyes closed. You're going to bring the palms to face down on your knees. We're going to start with a couple of seated cat and cows. As you next breathe in, I want you to draw the chest forwards, lifting, squeezing your shoulders back, maybe even lifting the gaze up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, we're going to tuck the chin to the chest, round the upper back, and start to find our seated cats. Let's move with the pace of the breath as you do that a few more times, inhaling to lift. And then exhaling, slowly curling, rolling forwards, chin to chest. I want you to let the pace of your breath dictate the pace of this movement and keep that slow breath count. There's nowhere to rush to. We'll do one final round wherever you are, following that inhale to expand. And that exhale to round and contract. As you come back through center, you need to reach both arms up and overhead, starting to interlace the palms of the hands and push them up towards the ceiling. So we find this big length from the seats all the way up to the palms of the hands. Let's take a deep breath, and as you inhale, start to lift the gaze towards your hands, pushing the palms as high as you can. And then exhale, slowly start to press the hands forwards, round the upper back, and once again, draw the chin towards the chest. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale, lift you right up, expanding, lifting, maybe even draw the arms a little behind the ears. And then as you exhale, we slowly press those hands forwards, chin to chest, rounding forwards. Let's do one more round like that, breathing in. And exhale, pressing, rounding those hands forwards. Beautiful. This time as you inhale, lift up the arms up, release the bind of the hands, and reach the hands up as tall as you can. Then slowly drop the right hand down towards the mat and lift the left arm as high as you can, like you're trying to catch something on the ceiling. Then start to bend the right elbow and slowly take it into your side bend. And in your side bend today, we're going to think about opening the chest. That's kind of going to be the theme of today's practice. So rather than looking down, let's take the gaze up towards that top hand. Start to spin your chest a little closer, open towards the ceiling, and really active through those left fingertips, reaching as high as you can. We're going to take one more deep inhale into that left side of the body. And then exhale, slowly look down towards the right hand and place the left hand towards the top corner of your mat. We are folding over that right knee. Let's drop the chin to the chest, tiptoe the fingertips forwards. Keep the sitting bones grounded and come into this deep side bend over that right leg. Don't worry right now how deep you are into this fold. Just see if you can start to breathe into the left side of your ribs. And then we'll slowly begin to pad the hands back and lift yourself all the way through center, both arms up to the sky, nice and tall as you inhale. Let's take it straight to the other side. We bring the left hand down to the mat, reach up as tall as you can. And then bringing it into our side bend, left elbow bends, right arm reaches up and over. Again, keep the gaze lifted. Open the chest towards the sky and notice how it feels to move today. Any tightness in your shoulders and chests. Let's take one more deep breath in here. And gazing down, let's take the right hand towards the corner of your mat, folding over that left leg. Dropping chin to chest, allowing the head to be heavy. And breathing this time into the right hand side of your body. We'll take our final breath here. Let's begin to slowly walk the hands back in. Reach both arms up to the sky. Last one. Inhale. This time we're going to cactus, open the arms, squeeze your shoulders together really slowly, like you're trying to squeeze a pencil in between the shoulder blades. We're going to come all the way down, hands behind your sitting bones, fingertips to the mat or to the ground beneath you. Push down into the fingertips and start to expand, lifting your chest. You can lift the gaze towards the ceiling. If you want to take it deeper, you could squeeze the glutes and lift your bum off the mat too, if that feels good. Let's keep squeezing and lifting the chest even higher for one more deep inhale. And then we'll slowly bring the sitting bones back down towards the ground. This time reach forwards, walk the hands out in front of you, and we're going to make our way through into a tabletop position. Bringing those hands underneath the shoulders and those knees underneath your hips. We're going to start to just circle the upper body nice and slowly over the fingertips. We are in no rush here. So I want you to, as you move, notice how it feels to move. And that might be in the wrists, in the shoulders. I also really feel this in my glutes, in my hip flexors. You can play around with changing the position here, maybe rolling the opposite way, or even replacing the hands to the outside of the mats. You're aiming to just bring a little bit of weight onto the wrists to start to warm up before we come through any vinyasa. So take another 3 breaths here, moving in whatever way feels good for your body. You might even begin to incorporate a little bit of your cat and cows from here too. Starting to find that inhale as you drop the belly and lift the gaze. And that exhale as you push through the hands, slowly rounding the spine and drawing the chin towards the chest. The most important thing for the beginning of our yoga practice is starting to drop into noticing. Noticing how it feels to move in your body today. Where we might be holding tension, tightness, energy. Wherever you are, try to synchronize the pace of your movement with the pace of your breath. And then let's slowly come back through center. I'm going to start to walk the hands a little bit further forwards. And then bring the shoulders over your wrists, breathing in. Start to bend the elbows and slowly bow the chin and the chest towards your mats. Then we'll inhale, roll through to lay on the front of your body. Let's start to squeeze the shoulder blades together. Hover your hands off the mat and lift your gaze looking forwards. We're going to breathe here for 2. You have all 10 toes on the mat, pushing down. Final breath, 1, breathing in. And with the exhale, slowly lower yourself back down. Let's push through the hands, take it all the way back to your child's pose. Sitting onto the heels and dropping the forehead down to the mat. Take a moment here in our balasana, this restful shape, to maybe roll the hips side to side. To notice how a space of rest feels for your practice this morning. For many of you, it's a Sunday morning. Maybe you're feeling a little bit sleepy, or I know it's getting into winter season, so just noticing whether this feels like a comfortable place to be and giving yourself permission that you can absolutely come here at any point through your practice should you feel the need to do so. Your next breath in, let's slowly round back up through a tabletop, shoulders over the wrists, come a little further forwards. Then exhale, bend the elbows, once again, bow the chin and the chest towards the mat. This time we're coming all the way through to your little baby cobra. Squeeze the shoulders, inhale, lift yourself up. And then exhale all the way back through into child's pose. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Moving with the pace of your breath is the key. Let's inhale back through center, tabletop. Exhale, bend the elbows, bow your chin and your chest to the mat, little half suryas. Inhale, we come through our baby cobra, lifting the chest, squeezing shoulders together. Exhale, we push into the hands all the way back through your chest. Let's do 1 more round. Breathing in, tabletop. Exhale, we lower chin and chest to the mat. So nice, guys. Inhale, coming through that cobra. And exhale, push through child's pose. This time we're going to tuck the toes under in our child's pose. Holding here as you push the hips back towards the heels. We got one more breath before we begin to make our way into our first downwards facing dog in whatever way feels good for you. Maybe you're coming forwards first or just pushing up and extending the legs. When you find that first downwards dog shape, just take a moment to just check in. Ease in. Any little wiggles through your knees, your neck, your chest, anything at all that starts to really ease you into this space. I've literally for the last month been doing 3.5-hour morning practices every single day on my training, and I still feel tight coming into down dog every single time that is first one of the class. So it's one of those places we need to open and ease into. So take your time, focus on your breath, push firmly through the hands, and don't be afraid to have a soft bend in your knees. From here, you're going to bring the left foot into the middle of the mat. We'll start to lift the right leg all the way up and back to the sky. And just for now, I'm going to flex the foot and keep the hips square down towards the mat to try to avoid that rolling open of the right hip. I want you to take a big, deep breath, inhale. And then look forward and slowly draw the knee to the nose as you exhale. We're going to drop that right foot to the front of the mat, lowering the left knee all the way down. Taking an inhale to rise onto your fingertips and really look forwards, opening your chest to the front of the mat. Then exhale, walk the hands out a little bit further and just allow the upper body to really drape over that right leg. If you find that the knee is sort of pushing out much further than your right foot, then maybe just shuffle the right foot a little further forwards. In this shape, I want you to let the head hang heavy and really sink into those hips. Breathing deeply for 2. And final breath through. Beautiful, guys. Let's bring the hands back onto the mat. Start to walk yourself in. We're going to tuck the toes on the back foot, extend that left leg, and then push through both hands and sweep the right leg all the way back and up to the sky. This time we are going to let that hip open, kicking the heel in towards the bum for your split downwards facing dog. Keep pushing firmly through the hands, squeezing that right heel into the left glute. And if you feel like you want to circle the ankle, the knee, any little movements that feel good for you, then please be my guests. We're going to keep holding here for another 2 breaths. And last breath, 1. And then slowly release, drop the right foot all the way down towards the mat. On the next inhale, let's ripple forwards to a high plank, breathing slowly. And then you have 2 options, either dropping knees, chest and chin again, or bending the elbows for a full chaturanga dandasana if you feel ready. On the inhale, come either through cobra or find your full upwards facing dog, expanding the chest. And we'll meet all the way back in our downwards facing dog as you exhale. From that down dog, let's take a big deep breath, inhale. Maybe even open the mouth and sigh it out as you exhale. We'll do that little warm up on the other side, bringing the right foot into the middle of the mat. As you inhale, let's reach the left leg up and back, keeping that hip square. Flex the foot and try not to let the hip guide open. Breathing for 2. Pushing firmly into both hands. 1 more deep inhale. Then start to look forwards, draw the knee to the nose as you exhale. Let's step onto that left foot at the front of your mat. Lowering the back knee down. Inhaling, rising to fingertips. Lift the chest, look forwards, create that length. And then exhale, walk the hands out in front of you and let yourself fold over that left leg. Dropping chin to chest, sinking into those hips. We begin slow to start to create that space in the physical body. We are breathing here for 2. And final breath, 1. And slowly beginning to walk the hands back in, plant them to frame the front foot, extend the right leg behind you, and then power through those hands. Let's sweep the left leg all the way up and back to the sky, 3-leg dog. This time kicking the heel in towards your bum, yawning the hip open, finding that deep stretch down the back of your right leg. Any movements in the ankle and the knee that you would like to take. Noticing how one side feels compared to the other. Or 2 more breaths. And let's very slowly place the right foot all the way back, left foot, sorry, all the way back down to the mats. Let's take an inhale, ripple forward to your high plank. And then exhale to bend the elbows, lowering as slowly as you can all the way down for 5, 4, 3. We're coming to lay on our fronts. 4, 1. Hooking the hands together behind your lower back. Starting to pull as if someone is dragging you back from your hands. Shalabhasana locust. Start to lift your chest as high as you can off the mat. You can choose to stay here if this is enough for your Sunday practice. Or maybe we lift the feet too, a little more active into that back bend. Make sure the gaze is at the front of your mat so the neck is protected. And keep drawing yourself as high as you can. Let's take 1 more deep breath here, even higher. And then slowly release. Take the right hand extended on the mat beside you, 90 degrees. We're going to bring the left hand flat to the floor and take the gaze towards the left. Bear with me on this one. Start to kick the left heel in towards your bum. Press down into that left hand. We are opening that left leg to touch the mat on the other side behind you. So you want to make sure that right arm is extended at a 90-degree angle with the palm facing down. And you could choose to keep the left hand where it is. You could hook it around the lower back if that feels better for you. We got 3 breaths here. And I want you to start to really direct the breath into the center of your chest, this heart space. And then we'll very slowly start to release. Uncurl yourself, coming to lay on your front. We're moving straight to the other side, extending the left arm out 90 degrees, palm facing down. Let's gaze to the right, and then kick the right heel in, drawing it all the way around to touch the mat on the other side. Being mindful, if this feels intense, you can always take it a little less deep. If you want more, you could take the right arm around your lower back. Staying with the sensations of your breath. Expanding into this heart space. We've got 1 more breath here. And then let's slowly release, bring it all the way back. Hands beside your shoulders. We're going to push into our tabletop, all fours. From here, 1 more heart opener, Anahatasana. Begin to walk your hands forwards and drop either your forehead or your chin down to the mat. Hips stay lifted above the heels. Finding the softening in the upper body. Allow everything to be heavy and drop down to the mat. Let every breath soften the edges of your heart, allowing a little more room to physically move deeper. 1 more breath here. And you are going to press firmly through the hands, start to lift the gaze, look forwards, and roll all the way back to lay on your fronts into a Sphinx pose. Keeping the elbows under shoulders, hands spread wide. Start to draw your chest forwards. Almost like you're dragging the mat towards you, finding this real active pull of the mat. We are breathing for 2. And let the shoulders melt down the back body. And final breath, 3. Okay, take the hands a little bit wider so they're towards the top corners of the mat, pushing firmly through the heels of the hands as you start to extend both arms, coming into your seal pose. If it feels too much on the lower back, you can always bend the elbows and take it a little lower. Amazing. Let's hold one more breath. And then slowly release. Hands under shoulders. We're going to take it back to our down dog. You could either push through plank and take a chaturanga, or push through plank and just come straight to your down dog if that's where you'd like to be. When we arrive in our downwards facing dog, we are going to take that slow, meditative walk all the way to the top of the mat. 1 foot at a time. Baby steps. Zero rush. Meeting when you're ready at the top of the mat in our forwards fold, Uttanasana. Let's take a hold of opposite elbows, finding your ragdoll. Make sure the head is heavy, chin to the chest. And if it feels nourishing for you to slightly move the body here, then that invitation is open. Got one more breath. If you have a hold of the elbows, let's release. Bring hands onto the shins. On the next inhale, take a halfway left, reaching your chest forwards, extending both legs. As you exhale, bend the knees and roll your belly over the thighs, coming back to fold. Let's do that 2 more times. Breathing in to lengthen the legs, lengthen the head forward. And exhaling to bend the knees and fold. Do one more time. Inhale, extend. We're going to hold an extra breath in that extension. Bring the arms out in front of you. Pull the floating ribs in. One more breath. Inhale. And fold it forwards as you exhale. From here, take as long as you need. We are going to slowly bend the knees and roll yourself all the way up to standing. Bringing your head, your neck last. Coming to stand at the top of the mat, feet together. Let's take a roll of the shoulders to the ears as you inhale. And then draw them together down the back as you exhale. Let's do that once more. Inhale. And exhale. Gorgeous. On the next breath in, let's sweep both arms up to the sky, starting our Surya Namaskara A as you exhale, hinge from the hips and fold forwards, Uttanasana. See how slow you can take this. Inhale, halfway lifts. Exhale, plant your hand, step or jump back and move through your Chaturanga Dandasana, keeping this slow pace. Breathing in, lengthen and lift the chest, Ardha Mukha, upwards facing dog. And we'll meet back as you exhale in our downwards facing dog. 3 breaths. Let's breathe for 1. Remember, you never need my guidance to take one of those big sighs out through the mouth if you feel you need that at any point. A little release of some of the pressure, some of the heat. You are always welcome to do so. On your next inhale, we're going to rise tall to our tippy toes. As you exhale, we bend the knees, sit back to the heels and look forwards to the top of the mat. Take a step or a light jump to the front, finding your half left as you arrive, breathing in. Exhale, we hinge and fold over the legs. Let's root to rise as you inhale, sweep both arms up to the sky, finding length. Exhale, draw the hands into your heart center and let's hold here for a couple of breaths. I want you to start to close down your eyes, soften your shoulders, and feel this connection between the palms of your hands. Maybe you can feel the heartbeat just underneath. Any other physical sensations moving through the body. An invitation to set another intention for your practice, a word that you would like to bring with you for this new week ahead, an openness, whatever that is that you would like to invite in. Let's keep that in our mind. Start to blink open the eyes, Release the arms alongside the body for our second round of Surya A. Let's flow with the breath. Inhale, sweeping arms up to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. As you exhale, hinge from the hips, fold it forwards, Uttanasana. Nice and slow. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Lengthen and lift your chest, looking forward. And plant your hands, step or lightly jump the legs back for your choice of vinyasa. Remember, knees, chest, chin is there if you would like to take it a little bit slower this morning. Inhale through your back bend, squeeze the shoulders, lift the chest. And then exhale all the way up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downwards facing dog. Breathing 3. Breathing 2. And this preparation, this moving meditation that we commit to as part of our vinyasa practice is about warming up all those little parts of the body before we move through standing. We've got one more breath before we inhale, rising to the tiptoes, nice and tall. Exhale, bend knees, sit to the heels and look forward, see where you're landing. Step or jumping to the front as you breathe in, finding that halfway lift. And exhale, fold it forward. Let's push firmly through the feet to rise all the way up to stand. Deep breath in. And this time we are going to keep moving. One more round. Exhale, hinge from the hips, come all the way back down. Uttanasana, flowing with the breath. Breathing in to lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step or float the legs back. Chaturanga Dandasana. That was dangerous of me to try that right beside a swimming pool. Let's inhale, lift your upwards facing dog. And exhale all the way up and back. Downwards facing dog. See if you can find stillness in your down dog. Resist the urge to move, to adjust. Let the head hang heavy. Feel the pulsations moving through you. Breathing 2. Breathing 3. And on the next inhale, let's start to lift the right leg up and back to the sky, 3-leg dog. And look forwards, exhale, step between the hands at the top of your mat. We're going to continue that heart opening as you lift a high crescent lunge, sweeping both arms up to the sky. Let's keep that back leg extended, deep bend of the front knee, and then really actively lift up through both hands. So you can slightly tuck the navel in so we get this big stretch in the left hip flexor. Find a focus point on the wall in front of you. And keep that drishti engaged. We got one more breath in. One more breath out. And then we are going to plant the back heel down towards the ground and open out through Warrior 2 or Virabhadrasana B. Have a little check for your backhand, make sure it's sort of in a straight line-ish, and then bring that drishti once again straight over the front hand. Firmly pushing through both feet, especially the outside edge of that back foot. Let's take one more deep inhale. And exhale. Let's flip the front hand, reach forwards as you breathe in. And then move through your reverse warrior, just one breath, exhale. Let's come all the way back up through Warrior 2 as you inhale and take it to your side angle, right elbow to the right knee, left arm swinging up and overhead. I want you to imagine this big straight line from that left heel all the way up to the top arm. Try not to rest too much weight on this right elbow. Just like we did at the beginning with our side bend, we are opening the chest towards the sky. Energy is lifting through that top hand. Almost like you could hover this right arm and nothing would change. You could even give that a go if you're feeling brave. So nice. Let's slowly push through the feet, rise back through Warrior 2 as you inhale. And swing both arms all the way around like you're swimming to frame that front foot with both hands. Let's push through the hands, sweep the right leg up and back, 3-leg dog. Deep breath in. Then kick the heel into the bum. You could choose to hold it here for the next few breaths. Or we are going to start to look forwards. Come onto the fingertips of the right hand. And maybe begin to spin over into your wild thing, letting that right foot drop behind you and reaching the hips up towards the sky. Once again, we are working with this opening in the chest. Keep lifting high. We got just one more breath in. Then slowly look to the top of the mat and step it back through three-leg dog, right leg lifts. Breathing in. We're going to take a vinyasa from here, leaning forward, shoulders over wrists. You can drop the foot down or keep it lifted as you bend the elbows through your chaturanga. Inhale, let's find up dog. And exhale, let's take it all the way up and back, downwards facing dog. Take a big deep breath in. Open the mouth, sigh it out, let it all go. Before we do our second side, left leg lifts to the sky as you breathe in. Looking forwards, let's step between the hands, ready for that high crescent lunge. Keep this movement slow as you inhale, reach the arms to the sky, keeping back leg extended, front knee bent, and really sinking in here. Stay high on those back tiptoes, really nice, Anita. Keep reaching the arms high, and then draw those floating ribs in. Find your drishti, your focus point on the wall. That might be a little bit hard for you gals on the boat, but yeah, give it a go. Let's hold here for one more breath in. Then with the exhale, we'll plant the back heel, open the arms out wide, Virabhadrasana B or Warrior 2. Once you've got that alignment, let's sink in. Find that feeling of focus. One more breath. As you inhale, flip the front palm, reach forwards, breathing in. Exhale, we move through a reverse warrior, keeping that bend in your front knee. Let's come all the way back through Warrior 2 as you inhale. And then move to Parsvakonasana, side angle. So your left elbow's on the knee, your right arm is reaching up and over. And then we find this rotation in the torso, slightly leaning back, grounding through that back heel. Breathing 2. If you did so on the other side, maybe you're hovering that left elbow off the knee. Final breath 1. Powering through both feet. Let's inhale back through Warrior 2. And then swim those arms all the way around to frame that front left foot on the mat. Pushing through the hands. Let's sweep the left leg up and back to the sky. Find three-leg dog as you inhale. And split the heel to the bum, split downwards facing dog. Either choosing to stay here today or take your time as you look forwards. Rising to the fingertips of the left hand and then maybe flipping that dog over into your wild thing. Expanding the heart space into your back bend. Let the head hang for 2. Final breath 1. As you look to the top of the mat, make your way back through three-leg dog as you inhale. Vinyasa from here, leaning forwards. Your choice if that leg stays lifted or not. Take your time, move through your chaturanga. Ready to come to meet in either our downwards facing dog or our child's pose. We got 5 breaths. If you'd like to take a moment of rest, and now is a beautiful time to do so. Using this time to reconnect to that steady rhythm of your inhale and your exhale. So nice, guys. So we're breathing 2. We are breathing 3. Okay, wherever you are, let's drop the knees. We're going to meet in our tabletop. Tucking the toes under and coming to sit back onto your heels. Coming into our toe squat. We're not going to be here for too long. Don't worry about it. Hands onto the knees, relaxing your shoulders. Just find a moment to breathe here. If you're not too grossed out by feet, then you can separate the little toes out a little bit more. So you have this big stretch through all of your toes. If you don't like feet, then don't worry, just hold it here. So we're going to take a couple of rounds of our Ustrasana, or camel. So you can keep the feet planted. We're going to start to lift the hips up. Release some of that pressure. For our first round, gosh, it's so dark. Take the hands just onto your lower back. So the fingertips are pointing downwards, just so you're kind of holding above your bum. Keep the toes tucked under. As you start to squeeze the elbows in tight towards each other. Then from here, you're going to push the hips forwards, like you're drawing your sit bones down, and start to lift through your chest, lifting the gaze up towards the sky. Keep pushing those sit bones down, squeezing shoulders together, lifting the heart space. We got one more breath in. Then slowly roll the chin to the chest and lift yourself back up through center. If you need to untuck the toes and give them a tap, you can do. We're going to come through our second round, where we reach back for the ankles. Now, it might take a little bit of leaning back in order to get there, but what I want you to have once you've found this bind, this hold of the ankles, is a squeezing of the glutes together and a pushing of the hips forwards. So try to move away from that lean back and more towards this active lift of the chest. Squeezing the shoulders. If it feels okay, you can drop the head back. We're breathing for 3. Keep pushing the hips forward. There's an active back bend. Final breath here. Inhale. And slowly roll the chin to the chest. Lift yourself up, untuck the toes, and come to seated on your heels. Relaxing the hands on the legs. Maybe even closing down your eyes for a moment. Reconnecting to that steady, slow sense of the breath. These back bends can be very uplifting. Sometimes make you feel a little lightheaded even. So just take a second to let yourself ground. Feel the weight of your body on the earth. Okay. Blink open the eyes, walk forwards through tabletop, and lift up and back, downwards facing dog. Start to slow our practice down, bringing it onto the ground. As you inhale, we're going to reach the right leg up and back to the sky, 3-leg dog. Then exhale, look forward and step outside your right hand. We're coming into our lizard's lunge. At the beginning, let's drop that back knee all the way down. Keep the hands on the mat. You can untuck those back toes even. And as you inhale, we're going to start to really lift the chest, looking forward. It's like you're drawing yourself as close towards the top of the mat as you can. Then exhale, bow the chin to the chest, looking down. Let's do that again. As you inhale, push through the fingertips, the hands, lift your chest. Like you're drawing that back knee in a little bit closer at the same time. Then exhale this time as you fold. If the space is there, you could even drop down onto your forearms. If that doesn't feel good, then just keep the hands on the mat and drop the chin to the chest. Wherever you are in your lizard lunge, I want to start to just gently rock the hips side to side. Like if there was a tiny little beach ball underneath your hips, they're sort of semi-circling over the top. We got a few breaths here remaining. You could choose to stay as you are. You could extend the back leg if you want to take it a little deeper. Some of you might even reach around with the right hand and catch a hold of the back foot if you want that extra stretch for your quad muscles. There's no rules here. Just take whatever feels nourishing, is beneficial for your body today. Try to stay with that deep breath for 2. Final breath 1. If you have that back foot, let's begin to release. If you're on the forearms, let's begin to come up. We are all going to tuck the back toes and extend that left leg. And then walk yourself around to face the long end of the mat. feet in line, hands to the mat. Let's take an inhale to lift and lengthen the chest, looking forwards, drawing that heart space. Then exhale, fold, leaning down towards your mat. Prasarita Padottanasana. You might even want to walk your hands back a little bit so they're in line with your feet. Turn my brightness up so you guys can still see me. It's lucky I wore a light coloured outfit. There we go, that's better. We're going to do one more little half lift and fold. This time we're really focusing when you fold on leaning the weight into your toes. So inhale, find length, look forwards. And exhale, lean forwards, weight in the toes. This time perhaps even the hands are walking back so they are through your legs. Chin to the chest. Upper body is heavy. Trust that you have got yourself as you lean forwards. And then let's start to walk the hands back through, coming around to face the front of the mat. Framing the right foot with your hands. Let's push through both hands. Take 3-leg dog for the last time. Right leg sweeps up and back. So a couple of options here. We're all going to kick the right heel in towards the bum in our split downwards facing dog. Start to look forwards between your hands and shorten the stance a little bit so the hands are walking slightly further back. Now we're going to come onto the fingertips of your left hand and walk that left hand off the side of your mat. And you might stay there today, that might be enough. If you want to play with the next step, maybe the hand lifts off the mat for a little second, testing that balance. And if you feel stable to do so, maybe you reach back, tickle the toes of the back foot or catch a hold of the full bind. A big part of this is our drishti, our focus, our gaze, so keep it steady. And don't worry if it feels a little bit wobbly. We're going to slowly release, come back to our shortened down dog stance. And lift the left leg to the sky, taking a deep inhale. Look forwards and slowly step outside the left hand, coming into our lizard lunge on the other side. Let's drop the back knee down, come onto the fingertips and inhale to lift the chest, draw the heart space forward. Then exhale, roll the chin towards the chest and pulse that forward. Let's do that again. Inhale as you lift up, lengthen, pull that back knee in towards you. And this time we are folding. You could drop to forearms if that's in your practice. Again, if you did on the other side. Take your time to choose a variation that serves your body. And then start that gentle rock with the hips side to side like you're moving over a beach ball. Just remembering that every time we come onto our yoga mat, our body is telling a different story. It's holding a different emotions, energy. So meeting your practice with some understanding, with some forgiveness for the things that don't feel good today. You can choose to stay as you are for the last few breaths if you want to adapt, maybe lengthening the back leg or reaching around with the left hand to catch that extra bind. Tuning into your frequency, to what you need from this moment in your practice. We learn to listen to our bodies better on the mat so that we can do the same when we are off the mat. Let's breathe for 2. Final breath 1. And let's slowly release any extras that you took. Bring the left hand down to the ground. Let's extend that back leg and then push through the hands. Sweep the left leg all the way up and back. 3-leg dog. Let's kick the heel in towards the bum, split down dog, and then shorten that stance again by walking the hands in closer. This little bind is easier the shorter your stance is. So if it felt impossible on the other side, maybe walk the hands in even closer. We're going to come onto the right fingertips and extend that right hand off to the side of your mat. Maybe we're staying here today. Perhaps the hand hovers just for a second or two. You want to reach around to catch that foot. That is the third and final option. Just being aware that not one option is better than the others. It's about meeting yourself where you are at. We got one more breath. before we slowly release. Let's step the left foot down, drop onto the knees, and find your tabletop. Let's take another round of our cat-cow, breathing in, drop the belly, lift your gaze, looking forwards. Exhale slowly round, chin to the chest, curling the upper back, tucking that tailbone under. Let's go one more time as you inhale, lifts, moving through your cow. Exhale, we round all the way into the cats. Gorgeous. And then from that tabletop, that neutral spine, let's bring the left knee behind the right one. So you're crossing the left knee behind the right. Bring the feet a little bit wider so you have more room between the heels. And then start to walk your hands all the way back, coming to sit down into that space between your heels, Gomukhasana. Now, if this is not friendly for your hips, sometimes it's not, you can extend the bottom leg out straight and it will make it a little bit less intense. So choosing whichever variation serves you best today, bringing the hands beside your feet as you inhale, find length through the spine. And with the exhale, let's start to fold forwards, walking the hands out in front of you, dropping the chin towards the chest. It's a slight bend of the elbows. Let's take a little second to just remind yourself of that intention that you set at the beginning of practice, that feeling that you wanted to bring into your week. Maybe it still feels relevant, or perhaps now that you've shifted, moved, there's something else coming up. Whatever that is, just you can allow the body to soften even deeper for your last couple of breaths here. Relax your jaw, relax the forehead, and breathe deeply for our last breath. To slowly pad the hands back in, lift yourself up. And come back through tabletop. So walk the hands out to the top of the mat. Bring yourself here. Tuck both toes under. Keep the feet crossed. We're going to push through the hands and lift into a little twisted downwards facing dog. Pushing the belly towards that right thigh. Nice. Then slowly bend the knees again. Come back down. Underhook the left leg from behind the right one. Take any little movements in your tabletop that you need, maybe a side to side rock before we do the other side. Bringing the right knee behind the left knee into that Gomukhasana. A little bit more space between your feet so that you can walk the hands back. Come to sit down into that space. Again, if it doesn't feel right, extend that bottom leg out. Hands beside you as you inhale to lengthen. And exhale, start to fold forwards. Chin to chest. Let's stay with the breath. See if every single breath can allow 0.5 centimeter of letting go even more. And breathing here for 3. 2. Final breath. 1. Let's slowly begin to lift yourself up. Coming back through that tabletop with the hands, tucking the toes under. Pushing, extending the legs into that twisted downwards facing dog. And then slowly bend the knees, come back down, release the back leg. We're going to make our way to seated, so however feels most comfortable. Extending the legs out long on the mat in front of you. Taking a deep breath in as you sweep both arms up to the sky. I've left it on Zoom. And then exhale, start to hinge forwards. There we go. Coming through your Paschimottanasana, your seated forwards fold. No need to make this passive, so no need to pull yourself in here, just letting the arms relax alongside your legs, letting the shoulders round, the chin drop to the chest. Let's take a big deep breath in and a releasing sigh out. Slowly start to walk the hands back in. Lift yourself up. Bring the hands just behind you. We're going to plant the soles of the feet to the mat and then slide your bum towards your heels and come to lay down into your lay down position with the feet flat. So we're going to finish on a bridge pose. Let's start to push through the feet. And one vertebra at a time, gently peel your spine away from the mat. Coming all the way up as you lift those hips high. Perhaps you're binding hands under the bum. You could keep it a little softer if you prefer. And as slow and as mindful a way as you came up. One vertebra individually at a time. Let's start to roll down. Taking your time to come to lay on the mats. If you'd like to finish with any other asana, maybe a little butterfly, a twist, or a little inversion with your legs just going up towards the sky, then we've got a few more breaths here to add anything that you feel you need. Equally, if you are ready to make your way, to just lay down on your mat. And let's start to extend the legs out long, making your way towards your final space of rest in Shavasana. If you're not there already, you can think about making your way there. You want to take one last inhale through the nose and sigh out through the mouth as you start to really let yourself sink into a place of stillness. I read a beautiful quote in a book, a yoga book that I'm reading at the moment, that I thought I would share with you guys in this place of rest. The body is not an object to be fixed. It is a field of intelligence to be listened to. It's from a Donna Farhi book. So let that field of intelligence send you those signals. Softening into a place of listening. Begin to very gently deepen your breath. And starting to bring a little bit of movement back to your fingers, your toes. your jaw. Maybe even rolling your head gently side to side. Next deep breath in, let's start to reach the arms up and overhead, pointing the toes. Take a big full body stretch and invite whatever comes with that. Any yawns. And draw those knees in towards the chest and give yourself a little squeeze. A moment to thank yourself for committing to your practice, for showing up to the mat, moving your body, rolling to whichever side feels more comfortable for you. Maybe even giving yourself a couple of breaths to lay on your side. As and when you feel ready to do so, you can use that top hand to gently guide yourself back up to a seat. If you can, keep your eyes closed. Hold the magic. Rest the hands on the knees when you arrive. The eyes closed. Let's take a big deep breath in and sweep the arms up and overhead, gathering in all that intention. As you exhale, let's bring it into the heart space, Anahata, the space of openness. Let's take one more breath as you breathe in, thumbs to the third eye, our wisdom center. And let's bow forwards. Honoring this practice, honoring this community, each other. Big, big thank you from me to all of you wonderful ladies for showing up to your practice, for coming online with me from the other side of the world. It's so nice to see you all. I really miss teaching. I hope you all had a lovely practice.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Any questions, let me know. If not,